Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku, Saiyan God Instilled with the Light of Righteous Hearts. Basically a re-release of the Super Saiyan God Goku that's had 2 other figures so far and is hard to get. So this is a standard re-release of pretty much that exact same figure that we've had twice before, which is one years ago on Premium Bandai, I think, and one that was an event exclusive. Both of them were coloured differently. One was sort of like more Dragon Ball Super colours, and the event exclusive had like a clear plastic hair colour style, and it was like trying something different, and it was a little bit interesting. And now this is a more general release Super Saiyan God Goku, because those figures are very hard to get, and I don't envy anyone that is hunting them. So yeah, it's not going to be a crazy review or anything like that, because there isn't that much new to talk about. That being said, I haven't talked about a Super Saiyan God Goku so far, but this figure does share a lot in common with a lot of the figures that I've reviewed in the past, being that this is majority a standard 2.0 Goku release. And because of that, it shares pretty much all in common with that posability sculpt and everything like that, although there are some slight differences due to it being Super Saiyan God Goku. So we'll get right into it. So out of the box, here's what we get. So we get 4 faces and a bunch of different hands, all of them in pairs. And it is the standard Goku sort of hand lineup, although the 2 flat hands are a little more unique compared to the normal Goku loadout. But other than that, it is a pretty bare bones standard release. I believe that this is the exact same loadout as the other releases of God Goku. I'm not 100% sure, but from the event exclusive one that I do have, they were incredibly similar, so I think it might be the case for the original one as well. But anyway, taken out of the box, here is the Super Saiyan God Goku all set up, and he looks really good. I do like the choice of hair color on this one, because it's hard to tell what to do for that crimson color for Super Saiyan God. Sometimes they go overly metallic, sometimes they go overly clear, but I think this is a nice sort of color scheme for it, where it's like a metallic pearlescent sort of color, not too strikingly bright red, but very clearly different to a Kaioken or something like that. Now, on first inspection, he will look pretty much identical to any other 2.0 Goku, especially like side by side with Saiyan Raised on Earth, but there are some differences, and this is consistent across all of the Super Saiyan God Gokus, because in that design he is noticeably thinner, where his arms are thinner, his chest is thinner, and his legs are thinner, and it gives off a different aura for the character. And I thought it was cool in the anime that we did actually have a different looking Goku, albeit shares a lot in common because it's the same outfit and hairstyle and everything like that, but it was enough to call it different. So putting him side by side with the event exclusive God Goku and the Saiyan Raised on Earth, they do look a bit different. It might be initially because of the shorter V-cut in the Saiyan Raised on Earth, but between the event exclusive and this one, you can see that they look very similar. The hair color in the event exclusive is like a darker red, and it is also based on a clear plastic, I believe, so it looks a little bit different. But otherwise, it's pretty much exactly the same. The shade of orange is a bit different on the gi. Put up next to the model kit Mega Man X, as well as the Jada Toys Ryu, you can see how he scales with other figures. But side by side with the standard 2.0 Goku, you can see a bit more of the difference in the body sculpt. So pretty much from the upper chest and arms, this is a different figure. It is based on the same mold, but it is sculpted differently. So the upper chest is thinner than the 2.0 Goku, as well as the arms, and if you put them side by side, it is a little bit more noticeable. Not overly noticeable, like they are skinnier, but not like super skinny, and I think they should have gone just a little bit thinner, because if you put them side by side, you do notice a difference, but it's a little bit hard to tell. I'd like it to be like a more, oh wow, he is much thinner than the standard Goku. But I think that that's a criticism that a lot of people have shared over time. But if we do get more sort of 3.0 Goku molds based on, say, the Ultimate Gohan from the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, and keep this Goku as the standard for Super Saiyan God, then I think he'll match up way better with the figure line going forward, because the 2.0 sculpt isn't as bulky as the 3.0. So if you put him side by side with all of them, he will look way better and way more accurate, so I think that would work out quite well. But moving right along to posability, he is a 2.0 Goku, so it's the same. Ball joint at the head and neck, so he can look around, shake to side to side, and it's pretty standard. His arms can move out, go all the way around. There's the shoulder piece on the ball joint. He's got an upper arm swivel, bend at the elbow, and hinge at the wrist. He does have a butterfly joint that you can activate, and I learnt recently that I haven't been doing the butterfly joint in the 2.0 bodies that well, so I figured it out finally. There's a ball joint in the upper chest. You can extend it out for a bit better crunching and movement. His belt is on a slight swivel. His waist can swivel around. He can kick forward and back that far, bend his knees that far, swivel at the thigh, and ankle tilt and bend at the toes. So exactly what you expect out of a 2.0 mold. So Goku comes with 4 faces, so he's got the neutral looking to the side face out of the box. He's got a smiling face, he's got a teeth gritted angry face, as well as a shouting looking to the side face. And it's a slightly more unique lineup than we're used to, especially for Goku, because he usually just has neutral, teeth grit, yell. So it's nice to have something like that. Usually they try and mix it up every now and again, like the Raised on Earth has got the happy face, this one's got looking to the side as well as smiling face, so it's kind of cool. And with those faces you can get a bit of expressiveness out of this figure. Again, nothing too crazy because this is the 2.0 mold, but I've handled it enough these days to know how to play around with them a bit more, so it was interesting getting a few common poses and a few more interesting poses out of him, but he's exactly what you expect from him. He's a very standard release. I believe he retailed for something crazy like under 4,000 yen in Japan, so he was very inexpensive, and like for that amount you're getting a fantastic figure. But yeah, nothing to write home about. If you don't have a Super Saiyan God Goku, this is the perfect time to get one, because once he goes out I'm sure that his price will skyrocket again, and the previous releases were a bit too expensive for what you get, so it's nice to have this finally come out, and you can have pretty much standard releases of every form of Goku at that point, pretty much. So that's pretty cool. We'll see what they do next. I do like the focus more on standard releases and re-releases, because it's nice for new people coming into the hobby, especially since last year when I went heavily into this hobby and I had to track down everything myself, and most of it was secondhand. It's nice to have accessible brand new figures, so that's cool. But I am keen to see some new figures from Dragon Ball Super, just because we haven't touched that era too much. Like, we've got Jiren, we've got Hit, we've got all the forms of Goku and Vegeta, but I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential in other characters. We keep seeing that Master Roshi and they keep teasing us, but it is what it is. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.